Hello all, this is a video to show you what I've been doing tonight. Maybe it'll also serve as a response to Outback Kenneth's manly miniature challenge. It may not be quite manly enough, but we'll give it a go anyway. Um, this started with a set of Terminators from the Assault on Black Reach 5th edition starter set, and leftover bits from the Deathwing Command Squad kit. I had built the Knights out of this, and I had heard some time back that it was possible to use other Terminator bodies with the leftover bits here to make a fairly easy kit bash. So I wanted to give it a try. This is the first set of pieces that I was going to use. In the middle is the Black Reach Terminator body. Upper right is a left arm from Black Reach, and down at the lower left is the Sergeant or Champion headpiece and little loincloth or whatever from the Deathwing Command Squad kit. I decided I was going to build the Champion first off because I like the Halberd of Caliban. This is dry fitting the front piece of the torso to the legs and back of the torso. It actually fit up pretty well, just straight out of the box after cleaning it up. Just some minor gaps on each side. I did clip the arm locator pins off of the Black Reach torso. Um, the arms on the that I'm going to be using are flat, and those pins would be in the way. This is test fitting the arms to the torso. You can see that there's a bit of a gap on both sides. Here I've attached the front of the torso to the back of the torso after doing a little trimming and sanding to get a pretty good looking fit. And it's just a view from the other side. It's not perfect, but it's pretty daggone close, I think, and it'll be covered by the arms anyway. Here, this is the head I chose. I got lucky with that. I just dropped that in and put some glue on it, and it worked okay. This is a side view of the head. To make the arms fit properly, I decided I would use a shim to take up some of the space. So I had a piece of, I think it's 25 thousandths strip styrene. So I cut out a rectangular piece a little bit larger than the shoulder mounting area that I would need. Here I used a trick that I picked up recently from Bazooka J. Rambo on his archaic jet bike project. I've taken graphite and colored the area that I'm going to attach the shim to. Then I take this white piece of plastic, stick it down on the graphite, and it gives me a pretty good guideline of where I need to trim to make the shim fit properly. So after getting it fairly close, I went ahead and glued it on. It was still slightly oversized, and then just sanded and filed to get it to fit properly after it was glued on. Then putting on the arms with the shim, just a little bit of shifting here and there to get the best alignment. I think it turned out pretty well. All I did was put that one shim in and then just experiment with the best position. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. It's the back view and another back view of the same thing. So it was actually really quite simple. It was a total of probably 10 minutes of work, maybe 20 minutes. And then the next part was just to attach the right shoulder pad, which was fairly simple because it was a leftover bit in the kit, so that was just a matter of sticking that on. Um, After that comes the hard part because there is no left shoulder pad left over. They're all used when you assemble one set. So at first I thought, you know, I could go, you know, buy the bits off of eBay or from GW or whatever. Uh, but I had, you know, five of these arms left over from Black Reach, and they've got exactly what I need on them. The only problem is, I mean, they're solid arms. But I decided to go ahead and give it a try and try to get that shoulder pad off so I could use it. So the first thing I did was to cut it in half, just below the part I'd be using, and then commenced to hollowing out the back of it. Um, the picture just takes a second to click to change, but that's probably an hour and a half or 2 hours of work with Dremel tool, files, an X-Acto knife, sandpaper. Anyway, I finally got it to where it would fit down over the shoulder of the Terminator. I uh, actually shrunk, filed down the shoulder a little bit too, because I had worked the shoulder so much that I was afraid if I went much more, I was going to wind up, you know, tearing through it, and I sure didn't want that after the time I'd put into it. So I wound up thinning down the shoulder just the last little bit, and I think it turned out pretty well. It's a top view. It's not exactly 100% perfect. I mean, on the back side, from the top view here, you can see it's actually touching right up against the torso. Um, Ideally, it would be spaced away a little bit. Also, the shield is is actually right up against the torso piece there. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. And there he is from the back. Total time, probably 4 hours, I guess, maybe 5 hours, something like that. So basically, if you have the Assault on Black Reach Terminators, you can get 10 models out of your Deathwing command squad instead of just 5. So this is just the first one I've done. I'll get around to doing the other ones at some other time. That's all for now. Have a good day.